Fucking OBS crashed. And I die also. The healer suck. The healer can't heal. I wanna buy the ultra rare card, but I need to install, uninstall, delete.
This job may not look like much. Frontera.
makes GANs great again. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say again, because they never were, and they're complicated. See, with Munter.com, making a Gantt chart is as simple as throwing a process of project.
Merről, ne?
We first covered news of Blizzard's upcoming survival game last year, shortly after the company basically stealth announced the title, posting to Twitter that they were in search of people to join the dev team for a brand new survival game set in a whole new universe. Which meant not only were Blizzard making a new game, they were also making an entirely new IP and taking their first stab at the survival genre. Other than that, official details from the company were lacking, but we did learn much more with time. At its core, it looks like their new project will be sharing many elements in common with other survival games. Think things like Ark, Rust, Grounded, and Valheim. There will be a focus on gathering resources, crafting items, and building bases, a mix of sandbox elements along with both PvE and PvP content, all of this with the expected Blizzard twist, likely a bit of gameplay polish, as one of the company's main mottos still to this day is gameplay first, and of course streamlining of systems and features. So industry insider Jez Corden reportedly saw the game in action back in 2022, getting a look at some gameplay footage of Blizzard's work in progress, which he said at the time was code-named Odyssey. During a podcast, he went into detail about the game, saying visually it reminded him of both Everwild and Fable. In fact, the words that he used to describe it were fantasy, fairy tale, magic, and a touch of steampunk. steampunk, all coming together with that classic Blizzard finish. He said the gameplay showcased all of the expected survival features. There were building mechanics with players constructing bases, complex machinery, and crafting stations, all with a bit of that fantasy fairy tale twist. Apparently there were also even mercantile mechanics where players could build their own vendor stations, setting up, say, a potion shop, for example, where they could craft unique concoctions, which then they could sell directly to other players. And all of the gameplay that he saw was in the first-person perspective, with a character who was running around using a bow and a little bit of magic, casting a few spells here and there. As for the validity of these claims, in my experience, Jez has been a reputable source. He has leaked a lot of details that ended up turning out to be accurate. In fact, once this information about Blizzard's survival game surfaced, established games journalist Jason Schreier confirmed that the code name Odyssey was accurate. So with Jez having a good track record and Jason confirming the code name is right, I am inclined to believe the rest of those other details, in which case, yeah, the basic structure of the game sounds about like what I would expect from a Blizzard survival title. Now, another thing that we learned last year that gets me personally really excited was this game may very well be an MMO, or at the very least a shared open world, or MMO light. During a live stream, Taliesin, a well-known World of Warcraft content creator, said that he was told Blizzard were working on a Ghibli-style social MMO. Now, Ghibli style is just referring to the visuals and settings being reminiscent and akin to the Ghibli visuals, which from some of the early concept art that we saw directly from Blizzard, this survival game does seem to fulfill that at least somewhat. But news of this being at least somewhat MMO, having MMO-like elements, isn't all that surprising for me. For one, this fits right in line with Blizzard and the whole industry's ever-growing trend and push towards live service, always online games. Also, there was the job posting for the lead social designer for the game that stated, successful candidates will motivate players to engage with each other in ways both competitive and collaborative, forming new bonds of friendship or rivalry. You couple that with some details we're going to get into later that pretty much confirm this will be a live service game, survival title with these multiplayer elements. I think this basically confirms the MMO light, the shared world nature of the game. And yeah, I read this particular posting as implying that there will be both cooperative PvE as well as competitive PvP, in which case a shared world with other players running around makes a whole lot of sense. And also, I'll add that personally, I don't expect Blizzard to make anything other than live service games for the foreseeable future, honestly, because as they've done with Diablo 4, always online means always connected to the in-game store, to the season pass, and always seeing other players running around who have purchased in-game cosmetics. That is just where gaming is at currently, for better or worse. But yeah, Taliesin heard from sources that this was a social MMO. The lead social game designer job listing seems to imply the multiplayer shared world. I would not be in the least bit surprised if that is exactly what we are getting. Something else that we know for sure is that this game has been in development for roughly 6 years now. This information coming from project lead Craig Amai's LinkedIn page that states he began working on the title in July 2017. Although what we don't know is exactly how much of this time was spent in pre-production, it does seem probable that it's been in full swing.
is the next level. Play now.
Don't be this guy. Elevate your life with the expandable, versatile, water-resistant, self-standing, and completely optimized premium everyday bag. Made for those who travel, create, and work. After thousands of handcrafted bags delivered all over the world, we are the most excited to introduce the evolutionary everyday bag, our best bag yet, that allows you to experience total freedom and live your life your way. The versatile design lets you carry your bag however you need, backpack, briefcase mode, or mount it on your luggage. With its slim profile, you can look stylish for everyday use, or expand by over 80% for those overnight trips. Our innovative cloud straps, padded with NASA quality foam, ensure comfort for full-day adventures. Grab your things when you need. The quick access front pocket lets you grab your essentials with ease. Our minimalist interior is designed to maximize what you need to carry without bulking up your bag with useless zippers and pockets. We added a special Apple AirTag pocket. Never lose your bag again. Your laptop is safe in our watertight, secure, padded laptop sleeve. Traveling should be fun. Our optimized design allows you to stay organized so you can focus on things you love, like eating the best slice of pizza in the world. Pack from hotel to airport in seconds with our modular compression cubes that allow you to fit all of this into this. For those remote workers, easily carry everything
for maybe 2, 3, or 4 years at this point. He talked about a bunch of new details. Specifically, just this past week, Jez Corden returned with some new information about the game, saying that he is roughly 90% sure Odyssey may not have just been the code-name, but is going to be the actual working title for the game, or to put it plainly, Blizzard's survival game is going to be called Odyssey, apparently, and he also believes that the game is near completion and will likely be multi-platform. On top of that, he added things like the game doesn't appear to be super graphically intensive, touching on the graphics again by saying that they're stylized, cartoony style, sort of akin to Overwatch, based on the early footage that he has seen. But if you aren't that interested in leaks or things coming from industry insiders and you just want stuff right from the horse's mouth, well, we've actually learned a ton from Blizzard themselves. This information has been wide out in the open for a while. There are pages upon pages upon pages of job openings for Blizzard's upcoming survival game on their careers page, and these things are always fun to dig through as they tend to be a treasure trove of information about what the developer has planned, some of which directly confirms all of this leaked information that we've seen from Jez Corden. This is just another reinforcing element for me to believe everything that he said. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to take a look at multiple job postings which paint a clear picture of what they're building here. First up, there was a position for the points of interest lead designer that stated, we need a lead points of interest game designer who wants to drive the creation of outstanding FPS gameplay experiences in the survival genre. The ideal candidate has a deep understanding of FPS content, gameplay, level design, and scenario design. And then it went on to say, we need your help with leading teams to build a AAA FPS first open world multiplayer spaces. There is a lot jam-packed in there. First of all, it's a points of interest lead designer, so the game is going to have points of interest. This isn't just going to be kind of a bog standard survival game where you're just crafting and building your own stuff. Looks like they're really planning on designing a lot of bespoke areas. This also confirms that the game is in first person, that it's open world, and that they've got multiplayer spaces. Now, multiplayer spaces could just mean like cooperative stuff, but so much is pushing in the direction of this is likely MMO light. This is likely shared world. Next up, we've got the lead building designer who says you will be the vision holder and owner of a best-in-class building experience on Blizzard's upcoming survival game, ensuring it feels amazing to play